Good afternoon, all, and we welcome you all. Second half of the day. So, as you told, like we will be having two sessions in the second half of the day. So, the first half, like we will be having, social engineering attacks and security measures. Like Madam is going to talk about various social engineering attacks, malware, and those aspects. And second session of the second day, like we will be talking on the social networking security and those aspects. So like if you have any queries, as told in the morning, you all can keep all your queries in the chat area, so that by end of the session, like we are going to address all your queries. Okay, mom, like as like it is a generic online training for government officials. So government officials are there from various ministries and the departments, mom. So that is the background of the participants, ma'am. So, like, let me give a brief introduction about Professor Valli Kumari, ma'am. Just give me.
I can't hear you, sir.
1 minute, ma'am. I'm starting, ma'am. So once again, good afternoon to all, and we welcome you all for this session on social engineering attacks and including the malware. So to deal with this session, we have with us Professor V. Valli Kumari, ma'am, from Andhra University. Let me give a brief introduction about Valli Kumari, ma'am, so that Madam will start this session. So Dr. Valli Kumari Vasa, she is a professor at Andhra University with over 33 years of experience in teaching and research, and she holds a PhD degree in computer science and systems engineering with a specialization in network security, and she received a gold medal for her best research. And she researches on data analytics, data security, privacy, and threat intelligence. And she is the principal co-investigator of the Cyber Security and Data Analytics Center, sponsored by the ISEA project MeitY Government of India. And she is also former vice chairperson of AP State Council for Higher Education, and her commendable achievements were automation of all state CET examinations and development of software for start new degree colleges, new courses, and a collection of asset data for of the colleges in the state, data analysis and decision making. Right, as a director of AU Computer Center, she developed a software for examinations division which catered to the needs of 700 affiliated colleges for Andhra University in 2013 by using the open source technologies by skilling around 30 students in-house. The software has impacted more than 15 lakh students so far and established the first of its kind of data center in the campus, and still it is in use. And she is a founder vice chair of the IEEE Vizag based subsection, founder HOD of the CSC Department of AU College of Engineering for Women, and member of AP State Knowledge Commission and several committees of AP and Odisha governments, task force committees, inspect engineering colleges, staff selection committees, member of ministerial delegation for AP private universities establishment, preparation of innovation policy for education institutions in AP, National Board for Accreditation for Engineering Colleges, University Grants Commission, and AICT. And she has 30 students awarded with PhDs under her guidance. She has published more than 150 plus, papers in reputed journals and conferences. And she has conducted several conferences, workshops, student mega events, innovation fairs, hackathons. And she is a senior member of IEEE and fellow of IETE and life member of CRSA, CSA, ISTE. With this brief introduction, we welcome Professor Valli Kumari, ma'am, to take this session on social engineering attacks. And we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaskar, everyone. Good afternoon. So let us quickly go through the session on social engineering attacks. Social engineering is the term used for a broad range of malicious activities accomplished through human interactions. So what does this mean? So people are involved in these activities. It uses psychological manipulation to trick users into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information. Social engineering is an organized process and it really matters for every organization. Every organization should pay attention so that the attacks do not happen in this mode. It's an integral part of almost every attack that is happening these days within the organizations, both cyber attacks and physical attacks. Let us see the extent and how widespread these attacks are. 85% of organizations suffered from a successful cyber attack last year. This according to the Cyber Threat Defense report published this year by CyberEdge. And a record 63% of ransomware victims paid ransoms last year, encouraging cyber criminals to increase their attacks. So let us quickly have a look at this cyber threat map. This is the real-time map. So as of now, just now, when you take a look at this dashboard of Fortinet, this is the data collected by Fortinet from the packets that go through the Fortinet devices across the globe, deployed in different organizations and individuals' homes. At the box at the bottom, you can see a lot of attacks that were detected, high, medium, low, critical severity attacks, and the location where this attack was traced, and which attack it is. Is it on a database, Oracle database, or an IIS web server, or an iPhone related attack? You know, the things are scrolling up. You can just see the VLC media player related attack. So you can see a lot of attacks on different softwares that we normally use in our systems. At this point of time, this is the set of attacks that are happening. You can see the arrows flying in and out. That means the source and the destination of these packets, which are malicious packets. And let us have a look at another dashboard. This is Kaspersky. Most of you must be familiar with this antivirus software. So these are the attacks mapped by the Kaspersky softwares that are installed in several machines. So you can see the vulnerabilities, the intrusions, and lot of stuff that is recorded. So you can see again the sources and the targets. Okay, the arrows coming in and out. So like this, you can go and explore entry, go deep, and then do an analysis on the attacks that are happening. So I have shown you two vendors threat maps. Now, most of you must be familiar with several firewalls like Cisco firewall or other softwares like McAfee and antivirus softwares. Putting all those vendors together, just imagine how much of traffic which is malicious is flowing in and out of different organizations across the globe at this point of time. So now you would agree that lot of attack packets, attack data is flowing across the internet. And of these, only 3% of malware tries to exploit an exclusively technical flaw. What is a technical flaw? Some issue in the software, some bug in the software or the hardware. But all the other 97% of the attacks, they involve targeting users through social engineering. So now you know why social engineering is being talked about the most. Most of the attacks happening these days are through social engineering. Why? Because it is the most lucrative and the most easiest. Attackers go for the low hanging fruit, the humans. So the humans tend to reveal out their sensitive information if spoken in a soft manner and putting the right questions, or luring them to click on the links, or you know uh, passing on SMSs, uh, links through WhatsApp, or making telephone calls and then asking them for important information. That is the easiest to do instead of going through a technical attack. How are social engineering attacks carried out? It could be through technology or through people. So it can be through email phishing or through baiting. Baiting means you can send it through CD or USBs and circulate that particular malware into all systems, where that USB is put or the CD is run. Then set up fake Wi-Fi access points, or send it through SMS, or make them scan fake QR codes, or impersonate help as though you're from help desk. And so just go and gain access to some computer within an organization. Similarly, by phone call, you can make a phishing call. So we call it as phishing through voice, and hence it is called as phishing. And several such frauds and scams can happen. Now, let us look into each of them one by one. What is email phishing? All phishing attacks that are innocent looking emails, pop ups, advertisements, and company communications that tempt you to click so that they can install the spyware, viruses, or other kinds of malware on your computer or your phone, your device. All of these, they fall under social engineering. These sources look very close to genuine sources with minor differences. And victims are tricked into sending their personal or sensitive information, and this information is used by attackers for their malicious purposes. Normally, these attacks are carried out to know passwords, account numbers, credit or debit card numbers, PINs. They can gather information and also sometimes exploit vulnerabilities in the softwares that you have installed in your machine or the machine hardware aspects. Where does all this collected data go to? It goes to attackers' databases. Phishing as a service is becoming popular. So you must have heard about infrastructure as a service, or the platform as a service, and software as a service. But now you have phishing as a service that is getting popularized, and it is getting industrialized. So people are carrying out activities when some money is paid. Phishing kits are, you know, uh, delivered for targeting enterprise users. What is a phishing kit? Lot of tools that help someone to perform attacks. Here is an email, and as you can see, from address to address, the subject. Subject looks suspicious. Look at the email body. So I'm on vacation in London and passport is stolen, and wire me some money, and you're given a link. So now if you think that this is your boss or this is your friend. If you click on this link, you might click on this link, assuming this is Bank of America's website, but have a careful look at this. It is Bank of ARNERICA. So they're just tricking you to click on this link. So where does this lead to? Goes to the attacker's website. And as you can see, there might be a form and you might have to fill in all your bank details, and that would help them to access your bank account. Nearly 1/3 of all the data breaches in 2018 involved phishing, and a new phishing site is created on the internet every 22nd as per the website URL that I have given at the bottom of this slide. So more than 70% of phishing emails are opened by their targets, and 90% of the security breaches in companies are a result of the phishing attacks. Small and mid-sized businesses lose an average of $1.6 million recovering from a phishing attack. So now it is also noted that many organizations don't have a response plan. What if there is an attack? What if there is a security incident that has just happened? How do you react to it? How do you come out of it? So there is no proper response plan, and that's the reason why the government and many organizations like the CDAC, MeitY, they're coming out with programs like this to bring in awareness among the users to how to be safe, and in case attacked, how to recover from it, how to detect them. Yeah, voice-based attacks, they involve a voice message and they trick the user to leak sensitive information. So a group might be having some SIM cards and they might telephone an old man and may ask for an OTP, thinking that it is from the bank, the call is from the bank. The person may respond back with the OTP he receives, and look, he might immediately get an SMS saying 1,50,000 rupees is withdrawn from his account, and once he recognizes this and calls back to the same phone number, those people might have already deleted the SIM card from their mobile device and might have started tempting some other user to share the OTP. So be sure you have multi-factor authentication set up. So you should have some username passwords. You have to give your mobile number. And then when you're sharing the OTP with someone, make sure he's the person you know. And to the extent possible, never share OTPs with anyone. When you look at this report, which is published by Akamai, this is about credential stuffing. So credentials means usernames and passwords. So people gather usernames and passwords through social engineering attacks. You can see the spikes at regular intervals, and the other kind of a social engineering attack is baiting. So these are the techniques used to embed a known vulnerability and create a backdoor to achieve the objective by using USB sticks and CDs. So what is a backdoor? So if your software is vulnerable, if you have not updated it recently, it might have had some bugs and the company must have released some updated versions. If you haven't updated them, then it is likely that anyone outside uh, who is watching your system can exploit that vulnerability and create a connection, a backdoor through some software like malicious software, so that he can monitor your device activities, or carry out the key events keys that you pressed, and a lot of stuff like that. So attackers can create a Trojan that will provide a backdoor access to the system by either using an auto run feature or when a user clicks to open the files inside a USB drive. So Wi-Fi phishing, a fake Wi-Fi network can be set up. It will have the same SSID as the company where you are in, or it may look similar to the airport name where you are in, or a public park or a restaurant, but will not have any password. So you can directly get connected to it. Now, the problem is not about having the free connectivity. It's all about that whatever data you're sending across, your usernames, passwords, they're not encrypted. And everything that you send through the internet can be known uh, to these people who have set up the Wi-Fi network. So what is all this malicious software about? It does whatever was told by the attacker. What it can do is it can encrypt your data and demand ransom. It can irritate you with a lot of advertisements. It can record the keystrokes. It can also steal your usernames and passwords, your credentials. So malicious software or malware is just software like any other software program. But the logic, the code that is there is as per the requirements of the attacker, but it runs in your system. How does it come to your computer? As a downloaded file from a web page. Say if you are visiting fake websites, malicious websites, and if you're clicking on those links, these files might get downloaded into your machine. Or as an email attachment. If you open attachments from emails who are from an unknown source, and if the mail content looks crazy, it is likely that it is a malware. So as a file from the USB or a media, just now we discussed, or you might be downloading some software like Windows software from a website, and you're trying to download the pirated version. So it is likely that these softwares which are not licensed may leave a lot of doors open for attackers and other programs to come and stay in your PC. So what are the different names of these malwares? It's called as a virus spreads in your system. And there are other programs like worms which may spread across the net, and trojans, ransomware, spywares, adwares, botnets, keyloggers. They share the data from your system and network to attackers' systems. So as per the reports, there are lots of different types of malwares available, with some more harmful than the others. It is said in the report that 230,000 new malware samples are produced every day, and each strain has its own individual way of infecting and damaging the computers. How do you know there is malware in your system? Increase CPU usage. Your system gets very slow. Sometimes it hangs up. It may not respond to any mouse click or any command. Sometimes there might be some strange icons on the desktop or some files which have very odd names which you haven't given any time earlier. Sometimes the files may go encrypted, and sometimes for a few malwares also delete files. How do you check it is malware or not? So we have just seen what a malware can do, and we have seen how it gets into your system. Now, when you're downloading a file from a website, how do you know whether you should really execute that exe file or install that software? So the best thing is to check with a website called as virustotal.com, or install antivirus softwares in your system, keep them up to date, and antivirus softwares can alert you whenever some malicious program is getting installed in your machine. So it is observed by Sony people in their report recently that 623.3 million attacks were observed globally by just Sonic Wall. And this total marked a 105% increase over 2020 and more than triple the number seen in 2019. This is a report published recently. So this right side, this screen, a frozen screen. So a system attacked with WannaCry ransomware. What does it say? So it says many of your documents, photos, videos, databases, and other files are no longer accessible because they have been encrypted. Okay, and how to recover the files? Payment is accepted in Bitcoins and send $300 worth of Bitcoin to this address and some anonymous addresses given out here. So this is how the system behaves if it is infected with WannaCry ransomware. And this WannaCry has hit several lakhs of systems in hundreds of countries in just a matter of a few days. It spread across the globe. So let me show you how to check with the virustotal.com. Let me share just a second. So virustotal.com. You can search the ID of a malware. Please have a look at this. So I have typed the ID of the malware. And how does an ID look like? It is a hash code. Okay. So just like we have different IDs for the same person, Aadhaar, PAN card, employee number, driving license number, any malware, any software for that matter can have an ID depending on the algorithm which is used. So you have MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256, and so many more. Okay, so the ID that I have tested for is this. Okay, so 63 security vendors and one sandbox flagged this file as malicious. What does this say? This says, please have a look at the vendors' names here. ClamAV, AVG, McAfee, the Bitdefender, Quick Heal. Okay, all these antivirus companies, Avast, Fortinet, even firewall companies, all of them, they say this is a malicious file, and this is of type Trozon and affects Windows systems and is with the name, it is quite similar to WannaCrypt malware. Okay, so now what if I don't know the ID? I can actually install something like hashcalc or some hash calculator programs and then calculate the hash of the file and then feed it here. Now, another thing could be like I can choose a file. So I have a malware file here I'm just uploading it to VirusTotal, and look here. And the VirusTotal examines the file. I have not given you any ID, but I have just uploaded the file to this website, and all these security companies, software companies, they marked it as malicious software. It's a Trojan and is similar to emoted class of viruses, and it affects Windows systems. So let me show you one picture. I have downloaded this from the internet. This is a clean picture. Okay. And I have injected malware into this picture and made it look like this. This is the second picture. Can you notice the difference? Both look the same. Okay. But I'll upload this second picture. Okay. Its name is todaybook1.png. Look at the top. Okay. The original picture is today book. So the book picture that I downloaded today. Todaybook.png is the original file. So this can be even a movie actor's photograph, or some Taj Mahal, or some very popular locations photograph, or a beautiful scenery. So for educational purposes, to demonstrate, I have done this. Now let me upload this todaybook1.png, which looks exactly like todaybook.png. So let me go to VirusTotal, upload this, and look. So it's a Trojan again, and some PHP code is injected into it. Okay, VirusTotal can detect. Hope you now understand. The pictures, they look the same. Softwares, they look the same, but the IDs might get changed. Okay. Now, let us look at. Let us come back to this. Okay, so I have shown you in VirusTotal the WannaCry ID, and all the security vendors have marked it as malicious software or malware. What is a malware's behavior? It can modify the file system. It can write device drivers to disk, change system config files, can add new programs to the file system. They can modify the registry keys so that the program can automatically start when you switch on the system, along with other programs. Then it can modify the Windows registry. So the reason could be to change the firewall settings, or it can load the device drivers to record your keystrokes from the keyboard. Whenever, whichever key you are pressing, that. Yes, WhatsApp is very popular. So network actions, it can also resolve the domain names and start making HTTP requests. Like DLL files, exe files, sys files, they're all Windows programs, and you can analyze them and have a look at how the malicious code portion gets added up. So when you analyze, for example, one malware, which we did, so you can see the code within the exe file has got access to camera, video, okay, and the drivers for capturing the screen. So the photos of your screen desktop can be taken and can be sent to a remote location. Similarly, look at the right. So there is a keylogger which started running. So that means whatever key you press, that malware can read and send it to the. So that is about the malware's behavior. And how do attackers target specific individuals or individuals in a particular organization's network? So one thing could be they can send a link like this through WhatsApp or through SMS. I'll just show you the basic thing. Like this website called grabify.link can grab, they can, this website can create a URL and send and allow the attacker to send that URL to you. So now when you click on that link, they can track your geolocation. So they can just create a URL here, okay, and track your clicks. So what can this do? This can log your IP address, your geolocations, and the operating system that you're currently using, and any other information. Like, so now people know where exactly you are. Not just this, there are many more features in that website which collects identity of a particular target. Then we people can send fake emails. I'll show you a fake mail. Okay, so this is a fake mail. And how do you make it out that it is a fake mail? Click on the right three dots and click on show original, and you can see the sender policy framework. There is the status fail. Okay, so but if the status is pass, that means the otherwise somebody has spoofed it. Okay, and how does a genuine mail look like? Like, so this is some mail, and I'm showing you the original, and you can see this is passed. So this is how you can check whether the mail is a genuine mail or not. Right. So next is people can also make use of Google dorking techniques. So they can search the internet, search the world, search the information available on the net to get more finer details about you or your company. For example, somebody, if they want to make out who your bosses are, what their names are, what their mail IDs are, okay? So they can actually look at your LinkedIn account, find out your company or organization's name. From that, they can search with that company name in the LinkedIn or any social media website, and you can go to the company's page. And in that company page, you'll have all your bosses' names and any mail IDs, official mail IDs, and all that stuff. So easy as that. He can also find out how many employees are there on the LinkedIn. So he can make out how big the company is, what the hierarchy is, who is who, which person's boss. So now based on that, he can customize an email posing as though he's your boss and can send you instructions to fill a form. This is the simplest kind of a mail that can come to you. Not just this, there are financial related, like somebody has lost his purse and he lost all the money and he needs it, or you won the lottery and you need to submit your bank details, or your LIC, that term is done, and so you'll be getting back some money which is lying in the bank, and share the details, they'll transfer you, lot of stuff like that. Similarly, there are techniques of, finding out some key files which are not properly configured in the web servers. So people can catch hold of passwords or catch hold of admin accounts and find out all the website programs code directly openly accessible. So if the IT administrator or the server administrator has not properly configured it, all your code will be known to outsiders. Similarly, we have what is called as Google hacking database like GHDB, wherein lot of stuff is available on how to get the WhatsApp dumps through the phones that are not securely configured, or the cameras, surveillance cameras, for whom the default passwords are set. So normally installation people, they install the camera and go, they don't change the default passwords. So every company gives a default password. So most of the people know for which company what the default password is. So if that surveillance camera at your home or office is connected to the internet, if it is default password, then anyone can access that camera feed. Shodan is one such search engine. It's like Google, but it searches the internet of everything. So all the IoT devices like cameras, any other device, okay, and they're all, if they are set to default passwords or they're open for public access, they can be searched upon here. I'm not getting into the details, so you can explore yourself if you're interested. There might be several fake videos getting circulated. Never ever share them. So I'll show you one instance. Let me share this application. Hope you can see this. And let me one more application. So camera feed takes my image, but it is faking. So this is a simple AI program. So wherein, so I'm, nodding my head. I'm expanding my eyes. I'm talking to you. So you can see this. Can you see the other screen also?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are able to see all screens.
Yeah, two screens. So on the left is my actual camera feed. On the right is the
Actual camera feed not able to see, ma'am. Only
Okay.
the visual thing only we are able to see.
Yeah, I think this accepting only one.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, thank you.
WebEx is showing only the active window.
Only one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now I can change It's as simple as that. So you can record this and create the videos. Even Einstein is here speaking to the participants. Okay. So you know deepfake now. So never believe or forward any celebrity or any such videos. Make sure you send only information that is known to you. Okay. So let me close this. Okay. So security breaches. What are the security breaches? It's an incident that results in an unauthorized access of data, applications, services, networks, or devices by passing their under security mechanisms. Like for instance, we have a website. We can do it. Snatchbase.com. This is a data breach search engine. And what does it give you? It gives you information from websites that have been hacked and their database was leaked. So they say our users have access to search for emails, names, usernames, IP addresses, phones, password hashes, and much more. So if any website is hacked and if the information out there is revealed to a few public, then it is shared in this website. People can search. So attackers have access to this. Right? So now you know. If a website is hacked, your information can be found by the attackers somewhere. Okay. So let us see now. I'm typing my mail ID in this portal. You can also test. You can check and post in the chat window if you are pawned. Have I been pawned.com? Look, no pawnage found. But if you have registered for any e-commerce portal, maybe air ticketing or groceries purchase or vegetables or medicines or clothes and other stuff, if that website is hacked and if you hold an account in that website, then your data, your username, password, your phone number, all of that will be available in the public database breach search engines. Please let me know if you find something like you are pawned in so many websites. Going back, you may get SMSs like this. These are also called as phishing through SMS or smishing. If you click on such links, you know what will happen. You may either get a form to fill in, which will ask for sensitive data about you, or some malicious software might get loaded into your machine, and that may create a backdoor channel to the attacker's server. How are these SMSs sent? There are many, and I'm showing you one example. So look at this. You can type the from address, to address, date, when you want to send, say year, you won a lottery. Click here to provide details. Click here to provide bank details and get money. Okay. So, and just spoof text, that's it. And this is paid version. You can subscribe, and then get some licenses. There are many more. I just gave you a sample. So this link, when you click on, what will happen? Let me show you. I'm sharing this application. Give me a second. Yes, I'm sharing it. So now if you click on such a link, that link will normally not have HTTPS. Please note, any malicious or fake website will not have a link HTTPS most of the times. Okay, and when you click on the log symbol, it would say connection is not secure. And the name. Now this is a Google website, but look at the URL. It is quite different from the actual google.com. So now you must be suspicious about this and never feed your username and password. But I'm going ahead and typing the password www@gmail.com and say I have provided a password 123456789. Now look, you are forwarded to a secure Google page, connection secure. So what happened here? So the attacker initially displayed a fake web page, his own web page, and took your credentials and forwarded you to the actual page. Okay, अभी victim क्या सोचेगा? Like I have given maybe a wrong password, so Google is showing me the page again. So I need to log in again. So he would go to Gmail and then click on it and then go ahead. But meanwhile, what will happen to this? Look here. Email is www@gmail.com, as you can see here. And password, all of this went to the attacker system. Got it? All the users who click on those links, all the usernames and passwords will be collected by the attacker. And this is called as credentials harvesting. He's harvesting usernames and passwords. Going back, hope you could see that. Now that could happen not just for Gmail account. It could happen for a Facebook page, so that your Facebook username and password might be tapped, and they can post all random messages to your friends, get connected to them, and then do whatever stuff they would like to. Or it could be your own company's page. So an IT administrator, he might log in with his admin account, and that admin account would go to attacker system. It may be a bank page, so your username and password might be harvested. So the best thing is to also tie up this with multi-factor authentication, that is, get an OTP to your mobile phone whenever you are trying to log in. So attackers may impersonate. They can pose as an IT help desk person, telephone, and ask laptop for updates and may implant a backdoor. Or sometimes it can be a persistent malware. So even after 6 months, when you uh, scan your system, the program will still be intact. So people might open your browser if you said save my password to the browser, because you don't want to enter the username password or every time. So people can open the settings and find out what your browser password is if they can access your system. Somebody can install a keylogger and know all the keys that you are typing. So here is a small educational demo that we did for our lab. So this is a small experimental setup with a laptop as an attacker's machine and a mobile phone as the victim's machine. And both of them are in the LAN, but it can actually be implemented on a larger scale. So we did it in our room. And what is done is a malicious mobile app is generated with some malicious code in it. And it is hosted on a local web server. And that local web server link is sent as an SMS to the mobile device. And when the victim clicks on that SMS link, this malicious app gets downloaded into the victim's mobile, and then it starts taking control over the mobile device. You can see the connection is getting open. So now the attacker can run all these functions like dumping the call logs, dumping the contacts in that mobile phone, dumping the SMS, finding the geolocation, sending SMS to somebody else through that phone, and a lot of that stuff. You can set the ringer mode to vibration mode. So look here, the SMS dump, all the SMSs, they are put in a text file, and all the call logs are put in a text file, and the ringer mode was changed to 1. And now look at the attacker system. When you go to the particular folder in the web server, you have all those text files carried away to the attacker servers. When you open the text file, you have all that stuff. Okay, so this is how the mobile app, this malicious app works. So what is the impact of this malware? Just leaking sensitive information? No, there is a big story behind. Sony Pictures hack. Look at this. A group of people named people in the sense hackers with the name Guardians of Peace. They leaked a release of confidential data from film studio Sony Pictures. The data included personal information about Sony Pictures employees and their families, emails between employees, information about executive salaries at the company, copies of the then unreleased Sony films, plans for future Sony films, scripts for certain films, and lots of other information. Not just leaking information, they also employed a variant of Shamu and Viper malware to erase Sony's computer infrastructure. Just see the extent to which they went. Why was all this done? Because the group was against the release of a movie called The Interview, which was a comedy about a plot to assassinate their leader. And what is the response? The US movie theaters, they opted not to screen that movie, and Sony had to release it in the digital stream. Then LinkedIn, several times this news has appeared in the media, once in 2012, next in 2016, and recently last year. So initially, it was about 6.5 million user accounts, later 100 million email accounts. They were put on sale for a small money on the dark web. And another is Netflix email scam. So here about 110 million Netflix subscribers got an email. And when they clicked on the link in the email, they were asked to provide their credit card details. And just imagine 1% of that 110 million subscribers, if they respond back, how lucrative this business is for the attackers. This is about the WannaCry, which I have shown you in the virus total. So in many government organizations in and abroad, inside India and abroad, they have faced several malware attacks as per the media reports. And look at this interesting stuff. Last year, Colonial Pipeline, an American oil pipeline system that originates in Houston and carries gasoline and jet fuel mainly to southeastern United States, suffered a ransomware cyber attack that impacted computerized equipment managing the pipeline. Okay, and Colonial Pipeline paid the ransom 75 bitcoins, which is equivalent to $4.4 million at that time, within several hours after the attack. And then the hackers sent a software application to restore their network, but the network operated very slow. Stock exchanges are not spared. Many government officers keep getting emails, which are rogue emails, and the from address would be some government ID, but you have just seen how some mail ID can be spoofed. So before closing, I would like to suggest a few, like there are other applications like Proton Mail, which offers anonymity and security, Epic Browser, which doesn't trace your behavior on the website, which links you're clicking, how much time you're staying on a particular page, okay, and all that stuff. DuckDuckGo search engine maintains security and anonymity. Signal app, the messenger, it claims to offer security and privacy. And then there are 10-minute mails, which you can use for subscriptions and then discard them. What if you see some video getting viral and you don't like it to go viral? So there is a website called stopncii.org, wherein you can create a case and then upload the video so that this company will intimate the Facebook or WhatsApp, wherever it's going viral, so that they can stop the message from spreading. Similarly, Facebook, if an account is compromised, you can go to facebook.com/hack and report there. And Government of India runs this National Cybercrime Reporting Portal where you can report the cyber crimes. And then if you have purchased something online and there is some issue out here, you can go to consumerhelpline.gov.in And for women, you have ncw.nic.in. Any specific issue related to women, you can register a complaint here. Best practices, always back up your data, secure your backups, use security softwares and keep them up to date. Visit only safe websites. If you are in doubt, don't visit that, or check that URL in VirusTotal and then go ahead. Only use secure networks. Don't just get connected with your mobile or laptop to free networks which are available all around. Just ensure they are secure for the latest malwares, and always implement a security awareness program in your organization. So some malware related information is given in this website called nomoreransom.org. A lot of information is out here. Please go through when you're at leisure. And regarding your banking accounts, please be careful. Don't share your data with anyone. Don't give your KYC documents as it is. Just strike off and write for what purpose you are submitting those documents, so that if somebody is trying to, use them somewhere, they won't be able to. And always, whenever you are visiting a website, check for HTTPS and a log symbol. So a lot of information is available on infosecawareness.in. Please have a look at this. And this caters to the needs of people of all walks of life: children, students, women, family, police, teachers, government employees, system or network admins. Lot of information is available. There is another project, ISEA project. Thank you so much. I'm open for questions if you have any.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session. I think I hope everyone got to know, morning onwards we were discussing on various aspects related to the social engineering attacks. I think madam has given wonderfully, given the demos also. Like if at all, if you're forwarding emails, what will happen, videos and all such kind of things, right? Hopefully you all understood like what we are trying to say. And if you have any queries, kindly keep it in the chat area so that we will try to respond. Yes, ma'am. I'm just reading, ma'am. Are we seeing the countries from where these attacks are coming? Yes, ma'am. I think.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Are we seeing the countries which are written? I'm unable to hear your voice. Once, yes, ma'am. Once a security breach happens by phishing mail, how to protect the computer or a device?
So run your antivirus and anti-malware that can be detected automatically scanning your computer.
WhatsApp is very popular in India and also exchanging of photos and videos. How to protect? How to protect the mobile from possible infected photos?
Yeah,
And
you can
videos?
also install antivirus software in the mobile phones.
Yes, ma'am. Does Virus Total have a free access?
Yes, it has free access.
Oh, okay. Ma'am, I am shown, I have tuned. I think one of the,
Websites.
okay, ma'am.
Somebody.
I
Yeah.
think one of the email ID 15 data breaches found
Yes.
and no paste. Subscribe to such sensitive information and all.
In that case, you delete your account if you're not using those websites anymore. But if you're using the websites, the best thing is to change the password immediately. And if you're using the same password across multiple accounts, because many people do that. So change all those passwords also.
Okay, ma'am. What to do when our email ID is puned?
Yeah, that is what. when your email ID appears in the pond thing, those websites will also be reflected now, which website it got pond. So you delete that account or change the password.
Okay, ma'am. How to clean the registry or registry of computer, email, computer. 1 minute, ma'am. Computer or mobile phone. How to clean the registry of computer or a mobile phone.
So antivirus softwares are the best thing to do all that.
Okay, madam, how to block the malicious or obscene websites?
So you can set your firewall settings in your device so that any traffic from that website or to website will be automatically blocked. You can list that website in the firewall.
Can we scan an email before opening it, ma'am?
Google and all those, they actually scan the email. That is why they put it in spam.
Okay, I think one of the appreciation, ma'am, very wonderful session. It was scary to listen and all possible ways in which our data can be gathered. That
Nothing
is,
to get scared about. It is just that we should be aware of all these things are possible. So prevention is the best thing.
okay, madam, which is the best antivirus to install in my office computers?
Yeah, like all antivirus softwares do the same thing. So I have shown you the ID now. Those IDs database is there in the antivirus softwares. So you have to update your antivirus softwares at regular intervals because every day some new virus or malware keeps getting circulated in the internet or through the web pages or through the files. So that new ID has to be added to the database. So for that purpose, you need to keep it up to date. That is the most important. So
Ma'am,
yeah,
in case of fraudulent shopping website using a secure payment gateway, but delivering in such cases should we comply to the consumer helpline?
which one, sir? From me.
Ma'am, actually, using secure payment gateway, uh, I think they have done in case of fraudulent shopping websites. In case of fraudulent website, using secure payment gateway.
So if the
Okay.
shopping website is within the boundary of India, and I think it all goes through IT Act and its amended rules. Huh?
Okay, ma'am. Suggestions are good antivirus for
Sure
Android.
about the scope, but I gave you information that there is a place where you can make a complaint. But the scope and what aspects are covered, I'm not very sure about. If that website is hosted in a server within the premises of India, maybe, but you're saying it is a fraudulent website.
Correct, correct, ma'am. Fraudulent website and right payment gateway.
Right payment gateway.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not very
Chan- Chances are there, but like that you can report always in the cybercrime gov.in only, ma'am. Mobile gets heat while downloading. Like why? What is the reason? Someone is asking me.
A lot of programs might be running. That could be one reason. So delete as many apps as possible which you're not using.
Yeah, is Windows Defender is good enough, ma'am?
Yeah, it's good in as long as you keep it up to date.
Okay, okay. I think the last question we will take, ma'am. Recently, EDR solutions are being provided by the NIC to the user offices. What is the EDR solution, sir? I'm not very sure. Shravan Kumar, sir. EDR enterprise, something like that. If it is provided by the NIC, I think you can use it, sir. No doubt, no issues. If EDR or whatever is provided by the NIC to all the ministries and departments, I think you can use it. That is not an issue at all. Can a malicious site be HTTPS? Yes, ma'am. Madam, can a malicious site be HTTPS?
Malicious site.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, HTTPS is all that somebody has verified it. So there is a secure certificate attached along with the website. Malicious in the sense it all depends on the programs, or some other malicious website may create a tab similar to this. Lot of things might happen. But yeah, there is one trust that somebody has certified this website. When you say HTTPS, it means HTTP plus a secure socket layer, which means uh, it has got a digital certificate and that is certified by somebody.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful session and answering all the queries too. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And hope everyone enjoyed it. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I take it, sir?
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, we will move on to the next session. If you are all ready, are you all ready? Endpoint detection response EDR. Yeah, I think Shavan Kumar said, like, since it is provided by the NIC, they might have been done completely checkup and all these things. Aramse you can use it, sir, no doubt in it. Since it is suggested by them, you can aramse use it. Not an issue at all. All right. Last but not least, in this particular session, we are going to talk about social networking aspects. Okay. Like morning, I wanted to keep as much as possible in the interactive. So if you are all quick enough, then we will quickly finish it of the session well in time, and we can conclude that training program also. Okay. I think I received most of the responses are yes. Okay. I'm just going ahead. So in this particular session, I'm going to talk about what is social network and social networking, advantages and disadvantages. What are the some risks involved in social networking? And please send the materials on your okay, examples and a new social networking risk if there are, and some guidelines also we are going to provide. So let me give you a brief, differentiation between a social media and social networking. So these are the words which we all use. There is a slightly small difference between a social media and social networking. Social media is nothing but like it is a one-way communication where like someone will send some communication and you will be listening or like you will be hear that. And but whereas in the social networking, like you also can interact. That interaction can happen. It could be in one way or bidirectional. Like both the sides can people can talk, and multi-directional also. Many people to many people also can talk. So that's the basic difference between the social media and social networking. But these are the terminologies which we normally use. So that's the reason we thought like we will we are just showing that. And like these are the some of the various types of social networking platform. Not restricted popular things only I'm just popular things only I'm just mentioning, but there are so many, right? Social networking which are very familiar, and micro blogging, and micro blogging like Facebook and all, like there is no limitation. But whereas in the micro blogging, like in a simple limited number of words, like we should use it to communicate some kind of messages kind of thing, not in the paragraphs and pages. That is one thing. And photo sharing apps, like you have all these things, number of photos in a wonderful mode kind of thing. And video sharing, like you have all these platforms like YouTube, Facebook Live, Periscope, Vimeo, and all these things. So these are the different types of social networking platform which we are having. Social networking, microblogging, like you can communicate, and you can communicate information, some quick information kind of thing. And you can use the photo sharing and video sharing, and you also have instant messaging platforms kind of thing. Like instant messaging platforms, like all these things will come, right? Signal, Telegram, WhatsApp, all those things also will come into the picture, right? So these are the different types of social networking platforms. So this is a small definition when it comes to social networking. Is service which is provided in online platform used to build social networks or social relations with other people who share similar or personal similar personal or career interest activities backgrounds and real life connections. So that's the definition of a thing. I think the picture also clearly it indicates, and you can the user can meet any person anywhere in the world, or anywhere in the anywhere in the cyberspace, right? So like, is there any limit for internet as well as from this social networking kind of thing? Is there any limit? Is there, I mean, like, is there an endpoint, or like, a number of people can have a number of connections? Uh, is it so? Is it like that? No limit. Okay. Thank you, Gayatri ma'am. Is there any limit for internet or social networking? I just wanted few responses, few more responses, please. Few more responses, please. No. Okay. No. Okay. All right, Ajay ji. Thank you so much. So the only reason is, like, we are not seeing each other. Only this chart only will let me know, like, how far it is and all the things, right? So thank you so much for your responses. And what are the what are the uses of social networking platform? You can meet the people across the world, as we just discussed. And make the friendship with the people who are very far away, that you all know. And these are the two important aspects. Like, one is profile building and self representation. Like, you can represent yourself, and you also can build your profile. Like, you can have a number of friends kind of thing. Like we were seeing, no, in micro blogging platform or photo sharing platform or any such kind of things. Like, you can represent yourself, and those people are become overnight celebrities. If you done one video, and if it is circulated widely, and you will become, overnight, in a overnight, like, you will become a celebrity kind of thing. Okay. At the same time, you also can build profile, and you will be recognized in a society. And like, there are so many profits kind of thing happens. And for betterment also, for example, profile building and self representation, someone, need not to promote you. Like, you yourself can promote, you yourself can express, yourself can express your thoughts and, opinions and all. So that, like, you also will be you also will be represented. If it is well appreciated, many number of people will appreciate, and will try to follow you. But in recently, like, you all heard about that words called influencer. Like, what do you mean by influencer? So whatever he says, remaining people, remaining all the people will follow, like, who are there in that channel. So that is what, like, we have seen, some of the incidents which are reported at national level, in various states and various aspects. Okay, so these are the influencers. If the influencer is good, the information goes in right direction. If the influencer is bad, we don't know, like, where all it will end up, right? So that's the kind of thing which is happening in the social media. So we have to be very careful. So as discussed in the earlier session, through images, we don't know. That's what I always keep on saying. Like, you will be receiving n number of good morning and good night messages, right? It is not created by you. Someone is forwarded, you are forwarding to someone else. So that is how the keep on the chain will happen. So there should be some endpoint. So if by bad luck, by any chance, if it is having any virus kind of thing, and no one can save us, and if you have a good antivirus, it is well and good. If you don't have a virus, we don't know, like, what kind of things will happen, right? Morning also I told, and now also I'm telling. And SOV, like, that is a Trojan malware. Trojan malware. There is no indication. There is no indication. Without any indication, they will capture your keystrokes. They will capture your movements. They will capture everything. And top of all those things, that malware is not allowing to uninstall any program. Especially if you want to uninstall, if you want to remove some of the things, payment methods and all from your application, that is also it is not allowing. So you have to be very, very careful in that regard, right? You also can represent yourself, and exchanging and sharing of information related to the various aspects. Either it could be studies, current affairs, sports, business. And when it comes to the government organizations, like, it will be a lot of news and schemes and whatnot, all those things. And you also can share data files, videos, music files, etc. So these are the one end, like, these are the some of the advantages of the social networking platform. And as I told you, like, these are the different varieties of social networking platform. in a given minute of time, these are the number of transactions are happening, right? You will be seeing, or you will be wondering, like in a given minute, 60 seconds, you can just see like how many transactions are happening, how many transactions are happening. So that is the state where you are in the cyber world. So these are the some of the things which are happening. Okay, when it comes to the social networking, one third, any platform you take, either it could be a micro blogging, instant messaging, or Insta, whatever it is, any platform you take, one third of the users are there in India. That is why India becomes more popular, as it is developing, as it is a developing nation, more number of users, internet penetration is high, data is cheap. So many reasons for promoting or propagating all these things, right? So one third of the users in the world are only from India in any platform you take, right? So these are the some of the cyber crimes which are reported in various places and various locations. Let me give you some of these details, right? For example, if at all, if you are in any platform, like either it could be any platform, like either it could be Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever it is, all those things, do you think all this information is there in the port in your account? Is it yes or no? Your name, your mobile, your email ID, mobile in the sense like what kind of mobile you are using, right? What model you are using, what make you are using, what operating system you are using. So all those things are also available in a public platform, right? Your email address, birthday photos and videos. Are you all agree? Like this kind of information is always there in a public platforms where your profile is there. Are we all agreeing that? All right, all right. Thank you, thank you. So that's the thing, and this part like I discussed in the morning. So these are the details which are available in one of the surveys which is conducted by one of the popular organization. Thank you, sir and ma'am. Thank you, sir and ma'am. So in one of the popular organization conducted this survey, 88% of the people's details are real names are available, and 65% of the real ages are available. 58% is email addresses are available. Now tell me, right? You know my name, you know my age, you know my email address, you know my mobile number. So what can you do? What can you do if you know my email, mobile number, home address, and you also have my photograph and all these things? So what can you do? Will you able to do something? Create a fake profile. Very good, right? So you can create a fake profile. Through that, like we can we can lure the contacts of your which are contacts of your profile, and at the same time we also can blackmail, right? If these details are there, your identity theft, excellent, excellent, thank you. So it may lead to either a fake profile creation, identity theft, or blackmailing, and any such kind of things can happen, right? So how do we ensure like these things should be there but should not be displayed to the everyone, right? That is the point we have to see now. Social networking, but some of these okay, so accessing into the network of friends. So for example, if you are there in one of the platform, so those people can access network of friends. Once added one friend, then have a mutual friends. In one of the case which has happened in Hyderabad, right? He was a software engineer. He was an MTech graduate and he was a software engineer. So he worked for more than 5 years, and this is a case which has happened in Hyderabad. So he done MTech and he was worked as a software engineer for 5 years in one of the MNC company. Then he decided like not to, he was get bored with the job, right? Then he came out and he was started exploiting the people, right? In the earlier presentation, you have seen like one is the phishing attacks, exploitations, data attacks, kind of thing. So he started exploiting the people. So he sent a friend request to one of the young girl. That girl is accepted. So like he contacted all the girls who are there in her list, and he also contacted other girls also, like where this guy in this girls list is there. He also contacted the other girls of this girl also, right? So somewhere or other he made a friendship with the 500 people, right? wonderfully, like he's also wonderfully is maintaining one diary also. Like with this girl, what he's spoken, with this girl, like what he's spoken. He's maintaining a wonderful diary also, right? So he's maintaining that, and he started doing all those things. And finally, like in most of the cases, this kind of discussion will happen sometime. Later part, they will be move on to the instant messaging platform. Then the sharing of photos, videos, and live chats, whatnot. So all those things also will happen. So that is what had happened. Finally, after collecting all these details, first initially they will try to build that trust. Once the trust was built on, then they will start exchanging some of the information. Later it will be moved on to the photos, videographs, and all such kind of things. Then he's collected all the things related to one of the girl. Then he started blackmailing that girl. So that girl is paid some amount. Later, like she doesn't have any money. Then she told her parents, and like that time also they are able to manage. But still, that harassment is, the stalking is going beyond their control. Like he was started demanding huge amount of money. They have complained, and at the same time, like after complaining, this fellow said like he will keep it everything in a public domain, in a public platform kind of thing. That is how that fellow is started blackmailing, right? So unfortunately, some unfortunate incident has happened, and the police people caught this fellow, and during the investigation, like what are the things I told, all those things are came to know, right? So that is what it is happening. So that doesn't mean that like you should stop the platform. That doesn't mean that like we were creating any fear among all of the users. We should use at the same time, like we should take some of the security measures. Then you can safeguard yourself, your family, as well as entire organization also in a safe mode. The reason why we are discussing all those things, we all having brothers, sisters, daughter, son, and we have all these relations, and all these people are there in our home. So like whatever you are learning, this should be carried out among all your family members, at the same time among all the employees, the people who are there in your organization, in your family kind of thing. So the reason why I am saying all these things, these are the some of the things, like if at all if you are having a smartphone, everyone is having all these platforms. Everyone is having somewhere other, they are having their accounts. So that is only the reason I'm telling all these things. Okay, pictures can be saved on the computers, then being their to-dos and what they wish, then they started morphing and all such kind of things. These platforms are a playground for predators, right? No one knows, in the first slide itself you told like there is no end, there was no limit. So that is what predators doesn't have any they can play like anything. I also can come with some Shah Rukh Khan photographs, and I'd say like I'm Shah Rukh Khan and all the things, and started sending the request. And if it all poor people, it can happen either the way. Either it could happen for both the boys as well as girls also, men and women also, anything can happen. So as a whole, the predators, it is a big playground, right? What are the some of the okay, okay. What are the some risks in the social networking sites? So one is cyber stalking and bullying, social phishing, cyber bullying, and all such kind of things. Either bullying is a harassment kind of thing, and stalking, the next level, where like they will be started blackmailing and mental harassment. They will start creating blackmailing, like it may lead to various aspects. And once these kind of things will happen, either to a student or a child or a woman, then they will be isolated. Like we have seen number of cases during the COVID-19 period. The internet usage was also spiked up like anything, and a lot of relations, lot of people, and all such kind of things that happened. And finally, many of the people face a lot of issues. Like at least in known context, so many people has faced some of these stalking issues and bullying issues kind of thing, and exploitation of the personal information and identity theft, as discussed. Photographs can be taken, altered, and distributed, and exposed to the sexual content. When this kind of thing has happened, I told you, like when this platform to instant messaging, all these things will happen. Illegal content, is inappropriate content, and conduct and contact. All these, some of the risks are envisaged in some of the in some of the social networking platforms, in many of them. Sometimes you may getting some spam messages, scams and all those things. Like spam messages are nothing but, one bulk message I will send, the bulk message I will just, started sending somewhere around 7 p.m. Airtel is giving 500 GB of data. Please forward this link to 10 people and you will get the 500 GB of data. Will you get that data? I'm just giving an example. Will you get that data? No. Right. Amazon is celebrating, Flipkart is celebrating, Tata is celebrating. All these things are, we ever never believe that. And if it is coming to you, you should tell them like it is a fake kind of information. At least it should be stopped, right? And phishing, just you seen, and click jocking. This is very, very dangerous. Click jocking is nothing but just mirroring. So behind, in the front, like you will be seeing a beautiful rose, and the back side of the image, like for example, like virus infection we have shown in the image. Similar kind of thing in the front, like you will be seeing only the rose. In the background of the image, in the back of the image, we don't know like what it is happening. So once it is, for example, it shows like a Apple site only or a Facebook site only, but behind that name, something is attached, or something, some code is embedded. Okay, so it looks like a Facebook, but actually it is not. It looks like a Facebook. It may contain any malware or any malware kind of thing. It may infect the system. It may infect the whole system kind of thing. Malicious apps and many more. Right. So we have seen like today that SOP Trojan is also used as it is like a Amazon app, Google Chrome browser, or some other payment app kind of thing. So these are the risks which are involved in this thing. So in one of the case, like he was just browsing something on a Facebook, then he got an advertisement says that like if you pay 500 rupees, you will be getting some 6 kilos of dry fruits. Okay, so that was shown as a Ministry of Ayush. Okay, that Ministry of Ayush logo is shown, and some 6 kilos of dry fruits are shown. If he clicked it and he submitted the details, he paid the 600 rupees also. And after paying the 600 rupees, immediately, like whatever the amount is there in that associated to that mobile number, all the money was taken away. But one is he lost the money. He lost the entire money. He never get the fruit. He never get the dry fruits also. Then he started complaining on our toll-free number. Then we said like, you lost the thing. Then we guided him like you should take out entire money, or you should change the password of your account, ATM pin, and all such kind of things. So these are the kind of things which will happens always. So those offers, it looks very attractive. So you have to be very, very careful. Participate, enjoy, do everything. But while sharing some of the details, especially payment details and all the things, you have to be very, very careful, right? So that's only the point we have to consider it. We have to considering it, right? So this is a case like where a 72-year, a 42-year lady lost at 71 lakh rupees. Now there is one more case also. I think that case is not you. So in Mumbai, which has happened recently in 2022, somewhere in the month of May, it has happened, right? That boy, in that case, that he is a boy. In this case, she's a widow woman. So both are matrimonial frauds only. So like they were, she's in this case, like she's a widow. She met a person in the FB who told like he's working as a doctor at UK, and that is how the relation was built on. So after some time, they decided they wanted to marry each other, and in the meantime, like he's also started sending some good gifts and all these things to this lady. So finally, that decided like they wanted to marry each other. So then the play started. So he said like he said like he's traveling to India to marry this lady, and he said like he's arrived to Mumbai, and he was stuck in the customs, and this lady started receiving n number of calls from n number of people. So one call she received from customs, one call she received from GST, one call she received from courier, one call she received from n number of things, started like that. She started receiving number of calls. He brought more gold and more amount, like which is not accepted. You have to pay this XYZ amount, to get release all these things. Then she started paying all the things. Then she paid more or less 71 lakh rupees, and finally she realized like she was got cheated. Okay, after approaching the police people also, it may be difficult. If the fraud is happened within India, if at all if you are reporting the cybercrime, then there are chances, within few minutes of the crime. But if the after crime, if you are realized after 3 days, 2 days, 4 days kind of thing, if at all if you are reporting also, uh, you know uh, uh, the success rate may be less. But if the fraud is happened, if you are able to report within minutes of time, then there are chances. They may block the money, and they after submitting all the details, they may if they feel like you are submitting all the right details, they may return the money and all such kind of things, right? So like that, there are so many. And this is he's met more than 200 girls in this thing. And in overnight, he said like his mother was not well, and he started receiving some of the money. And later part, these the two young girls found like why this fellow is not coming back. Then they found like he's a fake guy. Then these people went to the police station and reported against that boy, right? So we should really appreciate these two young girls, who came forward and reported. So if anything has happened, reporting is very, very important. He's a ninth class boy. He started misusing a classmate for classmate photographs and started blackmailing the parents. He kept and kept behind the bars, right? There are so many things. So this is what, like jacking, you know the like jacking is a Facebook specific version and attack called click jacking. That's what I just told you. So these are all very hand symbols. If you are clicking, we don't know whether if it is only the function of clicking, or it is executing something else. While clicking, something can be executed. Some virus can be executed, some malware can be executed, or something can be executed. So you have to be very careful in many of the platforms. So in this WhatsApp safety and security, I thought like I should discuss with you some of the security options, as well as some of the privacy options also. Are you all ready to do it along with me? No, because it's a most popular platform and more number of users are there in India. So I thought like we should discuss with all of you the security and profile setting options. If you are all ready, please open your WhatsApp. If you are all ready, please open your WhatsApp. Please open your WhatsApp. Click on the three dots. All right, thank you, sir. No, please, let's do it. Click on that WhatsApp. Click on the three dots. The moment you click on the three dots, you will be getting the new group, broadcast, and all. Finally, you will be getting the settings. Okay. Once you got into the settings, data I'm not discussing. Once you click on the settings, once you click on the settings, you will be getting an option called privacy. Click on the privacy. Click on the privacy. So there is an option called profile photo. So by default it is for everyone. And options, there are options like my contacts, nobody. So I have chosen my contacts. Which one will you choose, like everyone or my contacts or nobody? So I was just talking about a profile picture. We all will keep profile picture. Who can see your profile picture? Everyone can see, or only your contacts, or nobody will see your profile picture? Okay, only my contacts. Only my contacts. I've already set my contacts. Fantastic, Ashutosh Pandey sir. Like whoever is not done, please try to do it. Right? All right, thank you. So the first option is my contacts. Second option, okay. Then after that, like a profile picture is over. The next one is status. The next one is status. Click on the status. There also you have my contacts, my contacts except or my groups. Which one will you choose? Which one will you choose for the status? Status option. Which one will you choose? Okay. There also choose only my contacts. Okay. Profile picture only my contacts, and status also keep it only my contacts. So these are the privacy options which are provided by these platforms. Okay, either you can use only my contacts or nobody or friends or groups except these XYZ people, like whatever it is. Those options you can always try and you can just do that. Okay, are we clear with the privacy options like profile picture and my contacts? Are we all okay? Are we all clear? All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Like options we have. The finger lock is there under the thing. I just ignore that. Right. And the settings. In the account, like you have seen the privacy, and you have security. No. And click on the two-step verification. Click on the two-step verification. Once you click on the two-step verification, right side extreme screen, you can just see there something is there, and enable. Click on that enable. Click on that enable. Once you click on that enable, you will be getting this kind of screen, left side extreme screen. There you can enter the pin, like what are the pin you wanted to set, you can enter the pin, which is in numbers. It should not be your date of birth. Keep some keep some other number. Second thing is optional. If you want to keep email, you can give, otherwise you can leave it. And third thing, once you kept the two-step verification, and once if it is done, click on done. Okay, please remember that if at all if you are forgetting that pin code, like you will be in trouble, right? So what are the pin you are entering, you should remember, or you just see now, later you do it. Okay, in the two-step verification, click on that and enter some pin, move on next, move on next, and after setting everything, click on done. Once you set that done, right? So this WhatsApp, it won't be opened up. This WhatsApp, it won't be opened up, right? So this WhatsApp application will open. It will ask you to enter the security code. If you enter the security code, then only it will be open, right? If no one should not see your WhatsApp, then you can do it. But otherwise, it is up to you. This is a security option which is provided by the platform. So this is only an optional for you. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory. Only for your information, I was just sharing. Okay, these are the security options, and earlier one are the privacy options. Earlier one are the privacy options, where like important aspects when I just discussed profile picture, status, and all such kind of things, and this two-step verification, right? So morning also I just talked about when the password two-step verification, like what is the two-step verification, we'll do it. So here, like I hope you are all understood, like what is the two-step verification, right? While you are opening the mobile, you will be entering some passcode. While you are opening the application, like WhatsApp application, then it is also asking. So it is a two-way protected. So by chance your mobile phone is lost, and someone by chance someone is traced out your initial password, then they came into it. But if at all if you are keeping this password for each application, then if it is both the same, then it may enter, it will open. If both mobile password and application password are both are different, then it may be difficult to open. If it is the same, they may try. But if it is a different passwords, they can not open your application, right? This way you can safeguard your entire WhatsApp also, right? And if there are some secret messages are there, that also cannot be seen, that also can be seen only by that person. Okay, in a lighter way, not in a serious way, right? Am I clear now? Am I clear with respect to the WhatsApp privacy and security? Are we clear? Can we move? Okay, okay. All right, all right. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. There is one more option. Like you will be having 256 GB plays, 128 GB plays and all. So within no time, your entire mobile will be full, and it will ask you like we cannot save your messages and all the things. Okay, to stop that, and at the same time, we have shown like how a picture is impact with a virus kind of thing. So how do we stop that thing? Now this feature is there for groups. Earlier it is only for groups. Now this feature is there for groups as well as individual accounts also. Groups as well as individual accounts also. I'm repeating. Okay, go to any individual contact or group, click on group info. The moment you click on the group info, you'll be getting mute notifications, custom notification, media visibility. If you click on the media visibility, in the right side extreme screen I shown it to you. By default, media will get download. By default, media will get download. If you choose yes, media will download. If you choose no, no media will be downloaded in your local phone memory. If you choose no and click on OK, no media will be downloaded into your phone memory. Like what are the images, what are the videos, everything will be stayed in the WhatsApp only, in the WhatsApp application only. If at all, if you are clicking on that image and video, and if you want to save it, then you can save it. Otherwise, those things will come. It will stay in the WhatsApp only. It will come and it will stay in the WhatsApp only, right? Physically, it won't occupy any phone memory, but logically, that application size it will increase. That application size it will increase. Okay. If you want to safeguard your phone memory, this is what you can do. And if you don't want to download all any unwanted images and video also, you can follow this. Okay, hope it is clear. And if you want to enable, you can enable these options also, so that you can safeguard your phone internal memory. Sir, I think it can be also done through media auto download. All right, media auto download, yes, if there are options are there also you can do it, sir. That is not an issue at all. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Let's move on. Right, otherwise, for example, if you're choosing everyone, so you will be getting all these messages. If at all, if you are keeping in the privacy settings, you have seen, no, contacts. Okay, contacts, everyone, my contacts are, nobody, right? If at all, if it is opened everyone, you will be getting all these messages. If at all, if at all, if you are kept, if at all, if you are kept only my contacts, you will be receiving only your messages. These kind of number messages, it won't come, right? It will come, it won't be stored, or it won't be open. If you choose, then only it will open, right? So if you keep my contacts, then you won't receiving these kind of messages, right? So this is one advantage you will be having. These are some of the things where we can understand, right? I also told you so many aspects. If one photographs are there, people are misusing and all that things, and we also came to know like fake our photographs are used to create fake profiles and all such kind of things. In the similar way, there is an application called tinai.com, right? There is an application called tinai.com. So this will, if you upload your photographs in the blue strip, there is an upload button. If you upload your ISEA image over there, then you can find out like who are all using your ISEA image, who are all, who are all using your photograph. You will come to know all the people, list of people like who are using your image. If at all no one is using, it's well and good. If at all someone is using, then you can find out like who are all using, what for they are using. And if you are not happy with them, and you can just send a mail, or you can give a complaint at nearest police station, so that they will look into it, since it is a privacy option, right? So this is one application. It will help you to find out like whether images are used only by you or any other people kind of thing. Okay, hope I'm clear. There is another application called pic2map.com, where you can upload your picture. That picture, we all know, like morning also I discussed, and now also I'm discussing. One picture will give you a whole lot of information. So you have taken some picture. I have uploaded that picture into pic2map.com. So I have uploaded one picture. So it will give you a whole lot of information. Which camera you have used, when you have taken this, what is the address, what is the city, what is the country, what is the longitude and latitude. On top of all those things, it is also showing which location you have taken this image, which location you have taken this image also, right? So this much powerful. Now the social media, this is how people will gather information, right? So one picture, you can just see like how one picture, how much information someone is able to get. What is the camera you have used, and what is the model, what is the lens info, ISO, file information. Like now we are all using high resolution images, 108 pixel, 216 pixel, all this kind of pixel. So each image is, somewhere around 13 MB, 14 MB, 15 MB kind of thing. So if at all, if you are posting these kind of high resolution images, there is always a risk involved in it. They can give, by using all this data, we can build a profile. For example, you have posted some series of pictures, then I will analyze these pictures, where you have taken these pictures, Then, for example, I wanted to build a trust, or I wanted to build a rapport with you. Then I can tell you all these things. Yes, I know, like you went to, you went to that Gateway of India. From there, like you went to Raj Bhavan. From there, like you went to, that National Memorial. All those things you will be taking the photographs, and you are keeping all these things. So I can find out these details. I can tell you, yes, you are not telling anything, but I know everything, like where all you went, right? I'm just telling, like, to build a trust or to build a rapport kind of thing. So these fraudsters will misuse these options which are available, and try to exploit the people, right? So I discussed some of the aspects in the starting of my session, and now I'm just giving some of the tools, like where you yourselves can find out, and do that, all the things. Okay, so this is what, some of the tools, right? Hope I'm clear with respect to that WhatsApp security and the photos and the photo information, that EXIF data, or metadata of the picture. That is called metadata. Like, what are the information you are collecting? That is all called metadata. Metadata of that picture kind of thing. The same thing is applicable in the FB also. So here in my network, the FB account is closed. I have not taken the permission. It was delayed actually. So otherwise I should have been opened the FB account, and I should have been shown it to you also. But let me show it to the screens also. Okay, in the screens I can show it to you. If at all, if you are opening your FB account, okay, if you are there in the FB account, you just click on that drop, a drop down. So in that drop down, you will be having options called secure settings. Under these settings, you have security and login, and your Facebook information, privacy, and all. In a left portlet, you will be having all these options, right? So as I told you, like, if you're having a profile in any of the platform, you can just see. So when you are logged in, okay, you have logged in with a Windows PC in Bangalore, India. So where you have the same account, you are logged in by using iPhone 7 Bangalore, India, right? I'm just giving an example. Right here, you have an option called use two-factor authentication. So this is not enabled by many of the users. So I request all of you, kindly enable this two-factor authentication to secure your account. Either your account, your children account, or your brother, sister whose account is there. Ensure that your account should be enabled with the two-factor authentication. Okay, so this is here one two-factor authentication, similar like in the WhatsApp I shown you. Here also the same thing. Two-factor authentication, they will be asking some code, enter that code, and it will confirm on your mobile or email ID. And whenever you wanted to open your FB, it will ask you that code. If you provide that code, then only it will open, otherwise it won't open, right? Hope the two-factor authentication is clear to all of you. And this is the information, like where you are logged in or logged out kind of thing. And let me give you another option. So this is a privacy aspect, right? WhatsApp also you have discussed the privacy. Here also we have discussing the settings, the privacy option is there. So these settings are very, very important. Please ensure that these settings has to be enabled on your Facebook account, if at all, if you are there in a Facebook account. Who can see your friend list? If you click on that edit button, there are so many options. All the users, only friends, except group of friends, except group, and all such kind of things. Okay, choose only me. Choose only me. Who can see your email address? Choose only me. Who can see your phone number? Choose only me. Or choose your friends and relatives. Choose your friends and relatives. Okay, you have to restrict who can see your friend list, who can see your valuable and important data. You are all agreed, right? Your email ID is there, mobile number is there, date of birth is there, all those things. Like, the platform is also providing all these privacy options. So it is our responsibility to enable these two-factor authentication, and enable these privacy options also, so that you can safeguard your account. Now, if you enable two-factor authentication, and if you disable or okay kept only me, so 99% you can safeguard your account. 99% you can safeguard your account. If anything kept it open, then there are always chances. Okay, nothing is secure, as such in the cyber world, but something is better than nothing. Like, when the platform is providing, so we should make use of all those options, right? In spite of all those things, if Facebook account is hacked, if the Facebook account is hacked, kindly use this facebook.com/hack to report, and to hacked account. And if you want to report, if it is hacked, your account is hacked, you can where you are not able to access anything, right? But whereas if you want to report, so for example, you came to know your photograph is used in some other Facebook platform, right? So my name is Jagdish and you are Sridhar, right? So if I came to know like Sridhar is using Jagdish photograph, I can report, this is my photograph and this person is using. So for that, like, you can use, instead of backslash hacked, you can use report. Okay, you can use report, so that you can report it to the you can report to the people, then they will take the appropriate action. You can use two commands. One is hacked, your account is completely hacked, and if you want to report something, you also can report in place of hacked. Okay, this is about the Facebook. In the Facebook account, you have to see this two-factor authentication, privacy option, account and reported, and one more option is there in this Facebook. There is something called off Facebook activity. Wait, let me show you that. Okay, I think that is not captured here. There is something called off Facebook activity. Here you can just see general, security, privacy, face. Here itself you will be having one more option called off Facebook activity. What the off Facebook activity is doing, like what are the transactions you are doing, like you are browsing, accessing, listening, watching, all those things, like whatever you are doing on the particular mobile device, laptop, tab, and all those things, all those things are captured. All those things, the details are captured, the search engine details are captured, watch and all these details are captured under the off Facebook activity. There also they have given option. By default it will be captured. If you choose no, they won't capture any of your details. And you can remove, like existing thing also, you can go and remove the entire off Facebook activity, and from there now you can set that off Facebook activity should not be captured anymore, right? You can use those things also. So these are with respect to the Facebook. Okay, hope I'm clear. Hope I'm clear, sir and madam. Yes. All right. You can just see this ATM. Is it a genuine ATM machine, or it is not a genuine ATM machine? Now tell me which is the genuine ATM machine. Is the top one or the bottom one? Please mention your choice. Top or bottom? Bottom one is a genuine machine. Very good. Upper one, okay. Top one is a genuine machine. Okay. Okay. Top one, top one. Anyone with the bottom? Anyone with the bottom? Bottom, bottom. Very good. Okay. 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 Now let me show it to you. Okay. So the bottom machine is with a skimmer. The bottom machine is with a skimmer. You can just see in the right hand topmost side, there is something called a skimmer. So that skimmer is attached here. In any ATM machine, normally wherever you are inserting the card, there should be some kind of indication where you can insert the card. But whereas in the bottom machine, that card, that entire block is blocked with the skimmer. What this skimmer will do? The skimmer will capture your details, right? See, you can just see, it is a very sophisticated machine, right? Here, like, it is almost looks like that. It is capturing your details, and it is also capturing your password, and that card can be cloned immediately, right? So these are the different varieties of skimmers. Okay, these are the different varieties of skimmers are arranged to the ATM machine, and it will capture. You can just see, unless and until if you see it clearly nearby, you cannot identify the difference between with skimmer and without skimmer ATM machine. The skimmer is there, they will capture all your details. They will capture all your details, and they will clone the card, and they will start misusing your card, and you will feel like, no one, you are not shared with the card to anyone, but people are withdrawing the money. So these are the kind of things will happen. So these are the things happens in most of the cases. These are the kind of things will happen in most of the remotest locations or remotest areas. These kind of things will always happen, so you have to be careful in this regard. Okay, so whenever you are entering, ensure that, like morning also I talked about, so ensure that whenever you are entering the pin, it should be covered and no one behind you. No, the shoulder surfing should not happen. Okay, so now in any banking transaction, so user will send a request, it will go to the internet, transaction will be materialized, and you will be receiving success code kind of thing. So any transaction when you are doing, ensure these three things are mandatory. ensure these three things are mandatory. One is the lock symbol, HTTPS. Once you click on the lock symbol, you will be getting this kind of digital certificate. In the digital certificate, you can just see the validity. Monday, January 24, 2022. Monday, January 2022. So this means the validity of the certificate is already over in January, right? They might have been uploaded, but I have not taken any new screenshot. But this is a certificate where you can just see. So if this certificate is there, someone is also asking, like, can we create a malicious sites over HTTPS? Yes, you can create a malicious website over HTTPS also, right? That is possible. HTTPS, if you click this HTTPS, then you will be getting this kind of certification. If this certificate is there, it's good. If the certificate is not there and the validity is over, then you should suspect. Okay, so any online transaction you are doing, any website, any online transaction, either banking, e-commerce, ticket booking, whatnot, anywhere, bill payments and all that things, once in a while you just check all these things, that lock symbol, HTTPS, click on the lock symbol. If there is any digital certificate, yes or no, the validity of the certificate and all. The reason why I'm talking about the digital certificate is, if the digital certificate is there, there is a level of authentication. Morning I discussed, like play protect. In the same way, this certificate, this application is audited. Like, we all know, like the quality check. So in the similar way, in the cyberspace also, the quality check will be given. Quality check they will do, and they will share some kind of certification, right? So that's the quality check verification kind of thing. So these are the things you have to see whenever you are doing any financial transaction, or you giving your username, password kind of thing. You have to be very careful in this regard. Okay. And when it comes to the online shopping, so mostly any online shopping platforms or taxi platforms, any such kind of platforms, so we will normally enter credit card, debit card, UPI details and all, and we will leave it like that. So we highly recommend you, once the transaction is over, remove the payment method. Once the transaction is over, remove the payment method in any platform. So for example, when you are doing an online shopping, how frequently will you do? Once in a fortnight, once in a month kind of thing. Enter the payment details and complete that payment, and complete the transaction. Come back and check for the payment removal method and remove the payment. So that is only the thing which you can do. Otherwise, what will happen? Okay, I will keep it like that only, right? So if at all, if you are keeping like that, so once you come back from office, that mobile phone may be used by our children or someone. Whenever they're playing any downloading games and playing games, first 1 2 levels it will be free, and next level they will be sending some message, says that, like, if you want to buy some bullets, or if you want to go to the next level, you have to pay this XYZ amount. They will be displaying that message. Immediately we will click yes, money will be debited, and you won't get any notification. So morning also I told, if any international transaction, they don't require your OTP, CVV and all such kind of things. And if it is those details are required only for domestic transactions. So keeping that in mind, so the RBI is also brought in these policies. You can go to your application. There you can set, if you want to enable domestic transaction, you can enable. If you want to disable the domestic transaction, you can disable those kind of things. If it is domestic transaction also, you can keep the limit for ATM, ATM, e-commerce platform and all such kind of things. Those things you can just explore in your respective applications, or in your respective websites of that credit card, debit card, and accordingly you can block, block, unblock international domestic transactions, and you can set the limits and all such kind of things. Okay, so these are the, with respect to some of the payment, with respect to some of the financial transactions. Hope you all understood something from this presentation, right? So as we are running out of time, so let me show it to you something else, so that it will be beneficial to all of us. Okay. So as I told you, this is my website, infosecawareness.in. The moment you click on that infosecawareness.in, you will be getting this kind of pledge. If at all, if you are interested, complete the pledge and take a certification. Complete the pledge and take a certification, right? So second thing, join our 2 hour course e-learning. So click on that to join our 2 hour e-learning course. In this particular cyber hygiene practices course, we are covering cyber hygiene practices, personal device safety, cyber hygiene practices, home, remote and learning and all. If you click on login, it will ask you if you are already registered, you can enter your email ID and password you can enter. If you are registering first time, register here and access this course. Okay, access this course. I'm just keeping this in the chart area. You can just you can just access this. You can just access this. Okay, you can just go to infosecawareness.in. You will be having a whole lot of options where you can download and start using. Not only this, like you also can, as I told you, like you have such Twitter daily tips and all those things. And here you have newsletters you can download. And many people are asking, like, can we share the presentations? So all our presentations are loaded here. You just click on the presentation. You can download any presentation. What are the presentations you wanted to download? Okay, so you have a whole lot of presentations are there on various topics. You can download all these presentations and you can make use of these presentations also. Okay, and you have stickers, minimals, brochures, advisories, posters, whatnot. So all those things are there. You can make use of any of those things, like whichever you like to access. And don't forget to join our e-learning course. Join this e-learning course. Try to enhance your skills. Okay. Okay. So, and by end of tomorrow or by Monday, we will be sending one assessment link to all of you. We will be sending one assessment link to all of you. You complete that assessment, and whoever completes that assessment, you can download your participation certificate. Like we were giving one, attempt 2, attempt 3. So in 3 attempts, you can finish that assessment